Okay, group influence. So imagine when a team, they win the championship and some people, they start burning the city down. They start looting stores. They start turning cars over. How did things go so bad, so fast in these large groups like this? How do good people become someone else in the heat of the moment? One reason is de-individuation. And so this is when being a part of a group reduces your sense of personal responsibility. One explanation is that the group gives us anonymity. And so we can act in an uninhibited way because we think nobody will be able to identify us. The KKK, they used to use tactics like this. So you work in a group, you do it in the middle of the night, and you do it under hoods. In that situation, it makes it very hard to identify those people. It's also big nowadays in anonymous online communication. The little egg icon Twitter has, that's a cloak of de-individuation. Social contagion, it's another reason people don't really think clearly when they're in groups. Examples, you laugh harder in a theater when other people are laughing than you do when you're by yourself. Babies, they will start crying when they hear other babies that are crying. Basically, this idea of social contagion is that it's imitative behavior involving the spread of actions and emotions or ideas. As an example, if you walk down a busy street and you just start kind of staring into the sky like this, you'll see other people, they'll stop and they'll start to look up too with you. That's social contagion. It's just passed on to the other people around you. Moving on to group performance. Sometimes we perform better with a group. Sometimes we perform better by ourselves. Social facilitation is when you perform, your performance improves because of the people that are around you. What they think is that other people can cause you arousal, which can cause energy, and that energy will help you with your performance. However, that being said, if arousal is too high, though, it can cause performance to diminish. Performance can also go down due to social loafing. Basically, you reduce your efforts because there is less accountability for individual effort. I see this sometimes with student group projects sometimes. One way around this is to have all group members evaluate each other. That won't solve all social loafing because some people are going to be lazy no matter what, but at least everyone in the group knows that they're going to be held accountable at the end of it. On group decision making, groupthink, this maybe is a term that you've heard of in the past, basically where the most important thing is to maintain the harmony within the group, and you will sacrifice everything, including making a good decision, just because you want to keep harmony within the group. So you don't have an open discussion with all the available information. Instead, the group members place the highest value on conformity and unanimity. These groups value conformity over accuracy. Groupthink has been suggested to have been at play at all kinds of negative things historically. The escalation of the Vietnam War, the Watergate cover-up, the Challenger disaster is one that's been investigated quite a bit, invading Iraq. Basically, if you look at something negative that's happening in the news, you might be able to find evidence of groupthink behind the scenes. Groupthink can be prevented, however. As an example, you want to present all sides of the argument. Even if everyone agrees, you think everyone agrees in the room, have someone play devil's advocate so that all sides of the argument can be presented to the group. You could also bring in outside experts too. Get the opinions of experts from people outside of the group so that you don't fall into that rut of groupthink. Okay, that's it for social influence. The next section will cover intergroup relations.